Circa 3300 BCE, the Indus and Saraswati plains. The story begins in silence, long before borders and flags, in a land that is today Pakistan and northwestern India. While most of the world still lived in scattered tribes hunting to survive, something extraordinary was taking shape along the banks of the Indus and Saraswati rivers. Humans were not just surviving here, they were planning. Across these fertile plains, a civilization was rising that would spread over more than a million square kilometers, larger than Egypt and Mesopotamia combined. Its name would one day be Harappa, and it would quietly become the world's first urban civilization. Imagine lifting above the city as if from the sky. What you would see below is not chaos but order. Streets cut like a chessboard, straight lines intersecting at perfect right angles. This grid was not accidental. The main roads ran north to south, so the seasonal winds could sweep through and cleanse the city. Even today, architects struggle to match this level of environmental planning. Harappa's builders understood something rare, that a city must breathe. They standardized bricks across the entire civilization. From north to south, the size and quality remained the same. This was not coincidence, it was administration. 5,000 years ago, someone was enforcing rules across an empire. Homes were designed with intelligence, not display. Doors opened into back alleys instead of main roads to keep dust and noise away. Almost every house had a courtyard, a kitchen, and something no other civilization offered at the time: a private bathroom and toilet. Thick walls kept interiors cool in brutal summers. Comfort and science were already working together. At Mohenjodaro stands a structure that still humbles modern engineers. The Great Bath, nearly 50 feet long, carefully sealed with gypsum and lined with bitumen. The oldest waterproofing system ever discovered. Water here was not random. It was respected, controlled, ritualized. That respect reached its peak in Dalavira, a city built in the middle of a desert, where engineers carved channels through rock and built massive reservoirs to capture rainwater. Every drop was planned. Modern hydro engineers still study this system in disbelief. Trade powered this world, and Lothal was its gateway. Here stood the world's oldest known man-made dockyard. Ships left these shores carrying goods to Mesopotamia, Oman, Bahrain. In ancient texts, this land was called Meliaha. Harappa seals found overseas prove how vast this network was. They measured weight with stone standards. Precision ruled commerce. Yet the greatest mystery remains undeciphered. Thousands of seals bearing over 400 symbols. A massive signboard in Dalavira with 10 large characters. Perhaps the world's first billboard. A language still silent, waiting. When it speaks, history will change forever. Their faith was rooted in nature. A seated figure in yogic posture surrounded by animals hints at an early form of Shiva. People worship, vermilion, yoga. These are not new traditions, they are inheritances. Around 1900 BCE, the cities began to fail. Drains clogged, trade weakened. Once it was blamed on invasion. Science now tells a different story. Climate changed. The Saraswati dried as tectonic shifts redirected its waters. The Indus changed course, bringing floods. Monsoons weakened, water disappeared. The people did not vanish, they moved east and south toward the Ganges plains. The civilization ended, but it did not die. Even today, when we sit in a courtyard, practice yoga, or bow with folded hands, we are continuing a 5,000-year-old memory. Harappa lives on, not in ruins, but in us.